Hi, I'm Audrey, one of the leaders, and a really cool scene for me today was when we were coming back from the Baldwin Hotel after serving, and we were passing out the remaining scarves that we had, and there was an older lady sitting on the street with her belongings against the pole, and a lot of people didn't see her or notice her, and a couple of our girls turned to her and let her choose a scarf, and she just glowed with happiness and was just seemed really amazed that someone took notice of her and let her choose a scarf. It was a pretty cool scene.
Hi, I'm Carl, and well, there was a couple of highlights, but the one that I'm going to share tonight was when we started at City Team. Shirley was the gal that kind of introduced everybody to what City Team does, and she went over the history of how City Team got its start. And apparently it was a group of young Christian girls who reached out to the neighborhood prostitutes and just sharing the love of Christ and sharing their lives with the prostitutes, making the relationships, and then leading them out of that lifestyle. And that's kind of where the Bags of Love comes from, is that then they, with our youth and with the middle school kids, is then the same, young kids are going out into the neighborhood and going to the different hotels and meeting with not necessarily all prostitutes, but certainly people who are in similar situations, the lifestyles that they cannot get out of. And then of course that just leads into what Audrey talked about, and just the things that we experienced today. And Bonnie.
My favorite part of the day was actually the whole day in seeing God's hand in the day. We started out our day with devotions, and Joel led the kids in a devotion about being strong and courageous. And then we got to see the kids play that out as they were sharing about going out and handing out the bags of love. Our kids were brave, and they knocked on doors for folks they didn't even know. They didn't know who was going to answer and what they were going to be greeted with, whether it was going to be someone who was happy to see them or someone who was irritated at them for being there. But they were brave, and they knocked on those doors, and they shared who they were and why we were here, and they prayed for folks with just such boldness. It was breathtaking to get to see. And as we were coming back here to the compound, we were the last ones in the door, a couple of adults and I, and a woman approached us and asked for some prayer. And we looked around, and we only had one student, so we kind of pulled her into the group. And as the woman shared what her prayer request was, our student bravely stood up to pray. And as she was praying for this woman, you could just see her hands trembling, and she was just fiddling as she was praying. But you could just feel those and hear those words in your mind: be strong and courageous, be strong and courageous. And she just prayed her way through that prayer, and it was just awesome. It was awesome.
The fun part of today was that we got to deal with pretzels, and it was pretty fun because every single time we get to go faster and faster, and it was like a competition. I really liked that.
And then after that, we went to the hotel nearby, and we handed out sandwiches, and it was really fun to see their faces when they knew someone actually cared.
I think our favorite part had to be the handing out bags of love, just the expressions on some people's faces when they realized we cared about them enough to just give them a sandwich and a granola bar. That was amazing.
And just that we could interact with people. Like, so there was this lady, and she came out and started dancing with us, and she showed us her cat, because they don't have people in their lives just to talk to and just hang out with, and like just
show their cat.
Yeah, no, people don't get to show their cat to anyone. That was special to me.
I loved the smiles on people's faces when you would give them the bag of love, just like giving them a granola bar and a sandwich meant so much to them, and they were like so thankful for it, which is kind of amazing how little they have and how much we take for granted.
Tomorrow we're going to have another opportunity to step out of our comfort zone and go downtown to a homeless church, a church with no walls. And the kids are going to get opportunity again to hand out some scarves and to pray for folks and to serve a meal at a homeless shelter and even sing some worship right out on the plaza downtown. So be praying for us and be praying for our kids that they can be strong and courageous yet again.